Good morning. So we are back in Railway Empire. I picked up all of the DLCs for this game as part of a humble bundle, a Ukrainian, I think it was a Ukrainian effort, a relief effort. Um, and yeah, really haven't played this game in a long time. So I figured the best thing to do was to go back and pick up. I mean, as you can see, we completed, you know, um, stuff. Yes, you are. You are. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. So, I don't recall the difference between Metropolis, the Commodore, or Hunger for Raw Materials. I don't remember this one at all, but I'm pretty sure, I think we might have to go to Pittsburgh in this, but we'll find out. Let's get going. So, I mean, does the AI level even matter? I think we're just playing this for the fun of it. I got all the way down to the Dallas campaign in this thing and just thought that it was, this gives you a weird track where things ride on, don't need signals and they can drive through each other and stuff. And and I think Trainiac is the one where you, it's never stops. It's like, just playing the game. This was certainly a game I was playing before my cosmonaut mode. Well, I mean, again, the thing.
Your search is over. You found what you're looking for, partner.
So here's, we're talking about these the choices in the beginning here. 20% less track construction cost. Track isn't that expensive. 40% higher cost for tunnels and bridges. That could kill you. So, not sure what the benefit is compared to, and staff is more expensive. So, I don't know what the deal is with that. That's a fair benefit.
We play fair if we
This
want
one,
to win.
The auctioneers, no applicants from office employees, more income from freight. That's a big one. Yeah, but you need less passenger traffic. Do you need passenger traffic in the game to compete? Don't know how the map's going to play out.
My business.
Might need both. Might have a goal to all 1,000 people. Who knows? So you might get more money, you might less on this. This used to be a thing with you got Underworld.
We'll send them home in body. Send them back.
Like more of the saboteurs and stuff.
I did an evaluation of the contenders and
so newly constructed factories are cheaper.
Choice.
Yeah, but the auctions are more expensive if there's something comes up. This is a cool one because now you can just kick it off and say, hey, we're ready to buy that building. So there's a benefit there.
You're not serious.
But then there's this one, which I always assumed is just a no-brainer. Repairs are slower, but that's just time. Upgrading businesses cost more. But, I mean, it's cash, but the locomotive engines are like almost free. And maintenance buildings are free.
There's no way to halt the
I mean, this was always like a no-brainer to take the engineer.
It doesn't
And then
matter
here's
what you
this
do,
one.
Just do it with style.
Repairs are slower. Again, that's time. This one gets repairs are slow.
How dare you make me wait?
But it's the opposite of the other one. Less income from freight, more from passenger. And express trains receive a double bonus. So, definitely a huge income producer from passenger traffic. But I seem to recall that passenger
Surely you
traffic,
must be aware that I
just
am
like in
the
Transport
best
Fever,
choice.
is more fickle. And freight traffic is sort of a guarantee. You can go to a city and put down 2 trains, but there's no guarantee you're going to get a full load of passengers. but you can go to a farm and guaranteed you're
My
going to take cattle
cards
somewhere.
simply don't have what
So-
it takes.
I pity those poor unsuspecting
This one,
folks.
again,
They won't even
auctions have
realize
never
that
been my
we took
thing.
them
I always
off.
just assume they're a little more mechanical. The less innovation points, well, that's what gets you your other grains and stuff, which could be a huge difference because, the difference, you pick up additional speed
We'll
per
just wrap them
vehicle.
all around our little finger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's the one. This is too much response. Like, why did it go to her? I thought it was the other way around. And again, it's just an application.
Isn't my
You still have
uniform
to.
Fabulous.
So,
I designed it myself.
2,
You should- Let's
3,
go.
4,
What are the cool-
5, 6
Well,
choices.
Do we need
It doesn't.
According
And
to
I'm
my
just always attracted
calculations,
to this one.
Time is highly important.
Matter of fact,
Sometimes I think about giving everything up and
The business plan.
yeah.
I know I have it here
All right,
somewhere.
off we go. So as soon as the game starts, we're gonna hit pause and figure out what's going on the
The
map.
railroad is a magnificent invention that will revolutionize all of our lives. Journeys that used to take days now only take hours. That's why I'm convinced that the railroad can also help to better connect our industrial centers on the East Coast with the settlements inland. Take care of that.
Okay, what do we gotta do? Well, we have a list of 10 goals over here. And those goals are, this thing is still tricking down. Yeah, we are not getting a, all right, so what are those goals? Population New York City, 100 loads of clothing to New York, 20 trains. Yeah, did you put us in Trainiac mode? I wouldn't think so. Also, are we in like a daylight or some kind of setting? Because this is definitely dark on the map. See if we can even remember the interface. Okay, so what does New York City have? It's got we're gonna have to go back to the menu and check the settings because if we are, no, we gotta go back to the main menu. Make sure we're not in Trainiac, and also check our options. Game hands off, tooltips off, yeah. Contrasts. Oh, that's controls, not contrast. Invert zoom, error, game speed. Okay, graphics. Full screen. Okay, why do we want to be 200 FPS? I think it's a don't leave it thing. Seasons are on. Theme. Japan, Australia. Interesting. Sound. Yeah, it kept all of our. Continue. Pause mode normal. The game pauses automatically when building track signals, buildings, and then bulldozer mode. Okay. Here we go, manual. You can pause the game anytime I press the space bar. That's fine. I
Are
need
you
to be
a
able to read
man or a
stuff on
mouse?
the screen.
Don't ask.
I did an evaluation.
You're not seriously considering.
If we can't read the screen and see what's going on, we're not going to figure out where we're at. Okay.
The railroad is a magnificent
we go.
invention that will revolutionize all of our lives. Journeys that used to take days now only take hours.
All right, now we gotta go.
That's why I'm convinced that the railroad can also help to better
So we gotta
connect
keep
our
growing New
industrial
York City.
centers on the East Coast with the settlements inland.
80,000 is a
Take care of
large
that.
city, but it's not. It's not one of the. See, here you go later on your final sprint, 180 and 250 to New York. That requires getting every good there. I mean, we'll see when we go looking down the list. It is quite a task. All right. So, and one of the actual item we have to get um, is clothing. We have to get that here pretty quick. So it's 1830, and we have 2 years to get a population of 80,000. Okay, well, how many people are in New York right now? So, population. There we go, 58. All right, let's see. What does New York City need and want? Okay, this is one of these things with this game that every time I try and come back to it, I never remember. You know, what does this mean? And the tooltip thing, because we have it apparently turned off, I believe tells us something like, we have on the dock 1.8 orders worth. And we're going to use one of them a week. And then that tells us, like, how much is available, how much we have. I do not remember these. And we turn tooltips off. So how are we going to figure it out? I'm assuming this is what we have in storage. And this is what we're going to consume. Because if you scroll down, you know, like this right here. I don't know, 21. This is maybe what we're manufacturing. We own a factory. This is what's available on the map. I don't know. I'm glad we came into this screen. It was a wealth of help. And new demand for cattle. Yeah, because maybe the 6 big number wants meat. But the other demands unlock as your city gets bigger. And that definitely will impact your growth. So like furniture. Are we making furniture here? Yeah, we have a furniture. So alright, well, let's just start working on having no idea what's going on, or how to read the screen, or how to change the time of day. Let's start on some fundamentals here. Okay, so they want furniture here, and how do we turn that? There you go. Okay, so yeah, Albany. What is Albany about? Well, crops, cattle, no demand. Again, let's figure it out. Pause. We're trying to figure out what's on the map. Where we gotta go? Okay, Jersey, Delaware. Okay, here's Washington. Produces cheese. There's dairy. Alright, here's cattle. Albany. Syracuse. Yeah, this is the one with Pittsburgh way out here. Yeah, here it is, all the way out to Louisville. Alright. So, any idea who goes what, who goes where? No idea. So we have competitors down here. And a competitor up here. Okay, whatever. I mean, we're here. We finished this at 100% score before. I think the could have swore it was like 30 or something. It has been a long time since I played this game. So, we're just going to have to see how it goes. But, yeah, so we need a station. Okay. And we've got Baltimore and DC down here. I seem to remember wherever you put your first station, that's your headquarters and everything must be connected to there. So, if we're going to make this long-ass trip across Jersey, okay, let me see if I can figure this out real quick while we're waiting. Okay, so I don't remember, you don't remember, none of us remember. We're just going to figure this now out. And I think we're just going to start with, well, I think we're limited to 2 stations. So, these are trains, tracks, businesses. All right, so, there's no reason to put in the huge station first. We can always upgrade them. Except for these things. Yeah, the train stations with signals. That gives you a huge boost in traffic. And we can't delete the stations. I don't remember that we can. So, I just remember that when this came out in this game, this was a huge boost in like how the game performed to handle traffic. So, and again, the radius thing comes in. You know, is the station going to make it as part of a New York City station? And you have a bit of an option, you know, with that distance and how far out you can go. But it's smart enough to know that, like, you know, you're not placing this out here. But the warehouse, that had, like, that's a huge boost to traffic control and bringing in goods. But you could, I'm trying to remember, you achieve the same thing if you just put the warehouse, you know, out here enough that the city could touch it. That, you know, you ship way less traffic into the city because it just, you know, this is like the warehouse is here and the trucks can reach it from here, sort of thing, for where you can connect. So you have sort of like an unlimited, you know, growth potential there. All right, so we're going to drop this one in. Somewhere. Let's figure out where. Oh, look, we got a thing on the left about it. Station must be built within a city or close. Yeah. All right. So, what are we hitting that we can't get this greenlit? Oh, apparently has to just touch the circle. Okay, there we go. So we've got a station on this end. All right, here's what this is going to let us do, if I recall correctly. It's going to let us come up and out and around. And then we can always drop another signal station over here at a different angle. Trains can flip here. You know, there's none of the stuff that we're doing in Transport Fever where, you know, they have to rotate around. You know, we're just driving the game. So Baltimore winds up, I believe, becoming pretty important for us because of cloth or something else. So let's see. Yeah, there it is. Baltimore. We can build something here if we want to help us feed into New York City, but it's got tailors to take in textiles, and we need to get clothing. Yeah, so these are clothes. We need to get textiles in here, and we need to get those delivered up to here. Okay, so who hey, yeah, who has so here's cotton, and I believe that goes to a textile factory, if you could find one. So we got cotton down here. Here's Norfolk brewery. Okay, here's how we can do it. We'll come here to Baltimore, and we'll look at this. Weaving factory. Yeah, see, I'm not sure, but I seem to remember that if we make this a tailor, not a tailor, but if we make it a weaving factory, we're not going to get credit for it. Like, you couldn't build a full, and I might be very wrong here. If I am, please let me know. But I seem to recall that you can't build a factory chain inside the same city. Stuff has to go from A to B. And of course, you know, as you can tell, Railway Empire, you know, there are no other forms of transportation here. So, all right, so where can we get weaving from? So brewery. Here's a beef and leather. Does not appear to be any. I mean, honestly, we could buy it down here in Jacksonville and then have them bring it up to us. You know, because at that point, they'll want to go grab this and bring it in, which will just make the problem then is getting the textiles out of here to make money. And at that point, we could do it here too. So it doesn't have to be in a city that we're currently controlled. And a city can only have 2 stations. So if you put 2 in, you cut out the competitor. And stations can be pretty cheap. But yeah, I don't remember using that strategy. I know it's there, just I can't recall when we've ever used it. There might be a different scenario, like some sort of fast start or jump start sort of thing. But now that we put our first station here, we can't build another one unless it's connected into this, so indirectly in some way. So like if we build a station in Baltimore but we don't hook anything up, we can't then put a station in DC because Baltimore wouldn't be hooked up to anything, or wouldn't be hooked up to New York. So we have cotton up here, so textiles in one of these might be a better thing. Okay, so these people want to make beer. And to make beer, the breweries need grains brought in. So not the corn that happens to be right next to them, but the grain from down here. So if we take the grain from here and we run it up to Albany, we can bring beer back into New York. As a symbiotic sort of thing. And then we have the other issue, which is, are they demanding beef in New York? Yes. They have, I guess, none of it, but they use one unit of it a week. They have no corn, but they need that. Yeah, so let's find somebody who can make. So beef is out here in Buffalo. Oh, okay, so that's where this may have been a mistake. Can we delete it this early on in the game? Let's try it. What does it give us? I think we just lose all our money. I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, we're going to get back full cost because we just put it down. And the game's been paused. Okay. So then, let's find, so they've got beef. These people have beer. The famous beef beer loop of 1850. Yeah, this is one of the reasons that I stopped playing this game. Just because of the beef beer route. It really reduced the financial system of this game down to, not being that dynamic. But here you go. We want to make New York bigger. Cool. Let's find some buildings. We're looking for train station and signaling tower. Okay. Now let's go out here to Syracuse. And we're going to drop one in here. Why? You could build a station as you haven't connected the station in Buffalo with your hometown yet. Okay, where's our hometown? Is it New York City? No, put a station there. Is it still, do we not have a starter station somewhere? Do we have to figure out where it is on the map? Let's go look again. Did you touch New York? And because you did, it's our hometown. I don't know. Oh, yeah, look. I'm sorry. Yeah, you already had a station in New York. Can we delete that one? No, you cannot. Oh, wait. Yeah, we can. We'll get back 100,000. Okay. This then let us build up here in Syracuse. Okay. Train station signaling. First job, establish a station in our hometown, New York. Okay. So, well, if nothing else, we get to put in a slightly different station. Okay, now we got to figure out how to get down here to Buffalo. Well, and here's where we're going to get burned. So, we better do it the other direction. That gets us back all the costs. So now we're in Albany. Okay then, Albany. Train station. That's a terminus. Yeah, I never in this game ever found a reason to have a terminus station. I don't know if anything ever changed in the game that made that worthwhile or worth having. But I never did. Okay, here's our track. All right, so we have, we can set up multiple tracks, or we can, oh, that's right, yeah, just click and drag. My apologies there for, all right, with Albany, okay, so there's our first piece of track, and then what we get to do, let's just come back behind here. You cannot triple track. See, look at that. See how we're on the wrong side? So then what we do is we just back ourselves up and cancel out of that. Then what? You already built this. Yeah, I know, I'm a goof. So we're going to come over to here. And we're going to buy this. And then we're going to take... Well, I was supposed to get rid of a huge stretch of track there. Yeah. You know, couldn't we run like a signal over or something with that? Well, how much does it give us back? Apparently not a lot, but hey, at least we solve our problem there. Alright, so this piece into... Yeah. Just get... Yeah, I seem to recall doing a lot of, dare I say, micro track work. In the interest of making money and saving money, sort of thing. You know. Also, there's an auto signal thing in this game that just like takes away the whole challenge of signals, and it does. Yeah, something I just like it didn't have the challenge to it. Like it just spammed signals like every 10 blocks or 15 blocks, like the maximum length of a train. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. Yeah, I did try and start this up before, and see, this is trains, new rail line. Okay, so here's our new rail line. We're going to set up a rail line, and we want to go feeding Albany into New York. Okay. Now what? This is where we get to tell passengers and mail, freight only, manual, automatic. Okay, so, hang out, storage. What does this do? Probably refreshes it. I don't know. All right, so let's see. Check. Okay, change is made. All right, add locomotive. You know, I've been tempted to go with the. I'm hearing lots of talk about the grasshopper. All right, so we're going with the grasshopper. There is no one to hire yet, and here's where you can do some railcar work that, unless there was like a very explicit reason for it, like these never got picked, you know. But you can make a lot of money off of mail in this game, and the question is it worth? Yeah, is it worth losing a mail car to get additional revenue on the other mail cars? And, you know, the short answer is Who knows? All right, so if we watch this thing to see what it does, there you go. It's carrying beer into New York City. Wait, did we buy these wagons? No, we didn't. It just did it automatic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the train. Alright, now if you go look at this thing, and we do some modifications. Try this button. Yeah, so now if we look at those rail cars again, we can get a freight revenue for food. Is that crops or is that this stuff? You know, I don't remember. And not sure. Caboose is bonus for all employees. Okay, mail car. So if we were to switch out the cars, we'd get a 20% bonus. Let's assume that all the cars right now are food. If we switch out, if we take away the 8th car and put this refrigerator car in, that gives us a 20% bonus on all of them. So let's just for fun's sake, let's say each of these cars is going to pay us $100. So right now we're going to get $800. We take away one of the cars, and we're going to get a 20% bonus on all the others. So 20% bonus on $100 is $20 times the 7 remaining cars is $140. That's going to take, so that's our choice. We can put a refrigerator car on and we get $140. Or we don't bother and you get the $100. And it's a tough sort of call because like all we have to do is change this. Apparently we don't have the refrigerator cars yet, so we can't. And the mail car gives us revenue for mail, which we have none. So if we buy another one of these trains and put it on the same route, can we clone it or duplicate it? I don't remember. But here's the train. No, that's not given. This is stations, cities, goods on the map. This is actually was a pretty valuable tool. It lets you see the flow of resources on the map and how they travel to places. So if you don't get your trains going, they'll go by regular wagon, which we make nothing from. So definitely, like this is if you don't know what to do, you can come here and it's sort of the conversation of, well, no one wants the furniture they're making in New York City, or the pottery, or the tools, paper. You know, so you're just working your way down. Like here's leather, boots, clothing. It's leather coming out of Pittsburgh. Was it out of Pittsburgh or Buffalo? I think it's over here. Yeah, see the arrows telling you where it's going. But you know, so what? Like it's an odd sort of. Okay, so what is this telling us now? 4,132. Yeah, apparently that's the number of stuffs. I don't know. I don't remember any of these. Shows where the selected consumers get their goods from, how many goods each producer delivered each week, and how high their train use is. So, who knows? Do these people want to? No, this is great going in. Yeah. And these farms all have a size to them, just like the businesses in the city. Will determine how much they can produce. So there is that opportunity. All right. So what about Syracuse? Yeah, good point. And then over all the way back to here, what about Buffalo? All right. Well, we're just going to build the next train in the line and fix buildings. No buildings. Oh yeah, our repair things are free. The way we get those on here is you go in here and you do the wrench thing, cost 0. And then you can do another one down here if you want. And what that means is anytime a train is in need of repair, you can get it done there. I don't recall that if there's a repair yard there, it's going to stop every single time whether it needs it or not. I'm not sure if that mechanic was in the game or if it changed. Again, this is a game I bought like when it came out, which I think is like 5 or 6 years ago. But I mean, that's locomotives, train, track construction, buildings. Here we go. Okay, so here's again, we're going with the smallest station with the signaling platform. This is going to save us a lot of work in the future. And you just bought one. Great. And you're a goof. Okay, so now how do you want me to get them? Syracuse to Albany. Yeah, there was something with this camera rotation. Yeah, like you had to be in real close to get like different views. Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, track. All right, so come out here. Just click it and drag it. And here's our station. All right, so come in here. Apparently too much money. Yep. All right, let's try it again. Come out here. Weed our way through here. You'd been there. Is there a way to back up? Hold, move, track point, shift. Okay. And hold, we move it. Okay, so how do we grab it from here? Oh, continue planning. There we go. Still a big ass bend up there. Yeah, we'll take it. Okay. And we'll take it. Alright, so next step on our map here. Let's try and make another train line. Set up rail line. Here to here. Great. Give us a locomotive. Again, I'm hearing big things about grasshoppers. Okay, now set up rail line. Oh, look at that copy train. We figured it out. Set up rail line. Syracuse to New York City. Check. Add locomotive. Grasshoppers, big these days. Okay. See, we're getting a waiting for clearance thing. And this is where the signaling thing comes in. So somewhere under here, let's try in here. Here we go, signals. All right, if we come down here, construct a directional, change signal direction, multi-signal mode. So control, and see how it's spaced them out all the way down? Okay. Change signal direction. No. Oh, shift. Change signal direction. Construct a directional signal. Okay. No, we did that backwards. Change signal direction. There you go. Alright, so we got our flow coming in. Alright, now let's see if it's... Yeah, from this point, if we do the multi-signal mode... See, they're just spaced out and they work. Like, that's all you have to do. There's no more spacing out. This has been, not like we just changed this yesterday. It's just a flat out, you know. That's the way the game works. And as you can see, our waiting for track clearance. Well, the game's paused, that's why it's not. Alright, train station, put in repair facility because they're free. Waiting for track clearance. And we shouldn't be having that problem. Go look at signals again just to see what we built. Okay, the track is telling it that they can only come this way. Can only go that way. Alright. Okay. Change signal direction. Yeah, you put the wrong one. We're telling the people here that they can't get over this way. You know. Alright, so over here. Let's see, can we put a directional signal here? Yes. Okay. Now we can go into the multi-mode thing. Over here, control. There's our signals. Come over here. Put them in the opposite direction? No, it did not. See, because it doesn't know we want these to be a pair or parallel. Yeah, see? Oh, shit, try now. There, oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, now let's go into multi-mode with the control key. There you go, we got signals everywhere. Right, do we still have a train screaming? Here's Albany. Yeah, why is she screaming? I don't know, start the game back up. Oh, because there's two trains here. That's what it is. She'll spit out the other one.